Hey, how's it going everyone? OutlawClient here, back again this week with another fighting game for Friday. This week featuring some gameplay footage from Ultra Street Fighter 4 Super Arcade Remix Hyper EX Edition. Yeah, I just made up those last few words. But anyway, this is actually the latest in the Street Fighter 4 expansion packs, because if you've known Capcom over the years, they tend to release quite a lot of expansion packs for their Street Fighter series. But anyway, as you'll probably recognize, or if you've played Street Fighter Cross Tekken, you recognize that a lot of the characters and new stages are taken directly. So I have to admit, if you have played Street Fighter Cross Tekken, then I could imagine that you might be, well, having a bit of deja vu. But again, like I said, that's because it's taken directly from that game. So yeah, you might want to think twice if you've got Street Fighter Cross Tekken. But anyway, so out of the new characters we have Hugo and Relento here. As you can see, I'm playing as Relento. And I have to admit, Relento is quite a strong character. I mean, in terms of his poking game, he has amazing range with his poking. He has quite a few easy... He has a really easy combo to get into his ultimate, as you saw there. I managed to pull it off, and Hugo only has like a fraction of health left. By the way, as you can see, he's catching up to me. Jesus Christ, that guy. But anyway, as you saw, I had to use my EX... well, I had to use a bar. Probably wasn't the best idea, because Relento's wake-up game is absolutely terrible, and he mainly has to use his EX bar for using the wall jump, because he's invincible until he gets to the wall. But on the downside to that, any opponent can punish it. Well, they can punish it pretty easily if they see it coming. But luckily, since this was the very first day of Ultra Street Fighter 4's release, luckily quite a lot of the players didn't really know all that many moves, and again, like, I managed to win against quite a few of the newer players. Can't quite say the same for the other fighters, but hey, you know, I guess it's all about trial and error in this game, you know. You're not going to win them all, and in my case you're going to lose a few dozen, but hey, it's the thought that counts. But anyway, as you saw there, I managed to get a nice perfect on Hugo there. Really nice. I mean, as I was saying, I don't really play Street Fighter 4 all that often, but I'm learning, you know, I'm starting from the ground up, so I'm not going to be absolutely amazing, but I'll try and put on as best of a show as I can for you guys. But anyway, here we're going up against the brand new character, Decapri, and I should note that's the only brand new character in Street Fighter 4, or Ultra Street Fighter 4 I should say, because as I was saying, all the other ones are from Street Fighter Cross Tekken, so not too bad. I mean, Decapri, she looks a lot like Cammy. Well, Jesus Christ, she is Cammy, isn't she, but with a mask on, but no, I mean, she does seem like a reskin, but her move list is completely different, so I guess that's a plus, eh? Eh? But anyway, I know I've gone on a bit about Ultra Street Fighter 4. You know, it's not like we're playing the game or anything, no. But I just wanted to quickly say I apologise for the lack of videos on Tuesday. I mean, I usually have a shooting game up. I was supposed to put some Bioshock 2 up, but my capture card, I was having quite a few problems with my capture card, so well, it decided that it wanted to... Well, my capture card pretty much decides when it wants to record now, and also when it wants to stop recording. So I had to ditch that and go to a brand new capture card. Yeah, sorry, capture card. It wasn't you, it was me. Actually, no, it was you. You were a piece of junk. But anyway, so on the plus side, as you can see, I now have HD footage. So yeah, that's always a plus, I guess. But anyway, moving on from or off of Street Fighter, I should say. I'm sure a lot of you gamers are aware that E3 ran from Monday, and I believe the last of the press conferences was on Wednesday, but I have to admit, this is probably the very first year that I've watched all three of the main companies' press conferences and said to myself, well, this isn't boring. I've managed to stay awake through all of them. I mean, I know that there was the absolute wreck of a conference known as the Microsoft conference last year. Yeah, let's be honest. At the end of that one, I was pretty much asking myself, well, does the Xbox One actually play games? Because all it seemed like they were talking about was TV and watching sports and stuff. And I mean, I don't mind sports, but I think I'll buy a games console to play games. But anyway, I can proudly say that this year was a complete different story. They had many exclusives. I believe it was like 10 exclusives. The ones that I can remember off the top of my head: Project Spark, Sunset Overdrive, another game that I was really interested in seeing. Of course, Halo Master Chief Collection, which I actually discussed quite a lot in the previous video, but those really caught my attention there. But anyway, as you can see, Relento managed to pull off, well, I managed to pull off that quick confirm into my Ultra again. Again, that is really helpful. It's really quite simple to pull off as Relento. You know, the EX Patriot, what's it called? This EX spin move. I'm just gonna call it the spin move now. But it's really easy to go into Ultra from that, and again, quite a nice addition. But anyway, so back to E3. Now, for Xbox, as I said, those ones really interested me, including the indie game known as Cuphead. It had like a really nice cartoon art style to it, which I thought was really unique. But also, I was really interested in seeing Sony's one. I mean, I did watch all of Sony's one, but for me, the most interesting part had to be the Arkham Knight trailer, which I don't want to spoil for anyone, but again, it was just like a really big surprise at the end of it, and overall really solid trailer, probably one of the best at E3. But I have to admit, I think Nintendo actually won this year's conference, well, if you could call it a conference, more like a Nintendo Direct, an extended Nintendo Direct. But I mean, who doesn't enjoy seeing some Smash Brothers footage alongside two Nintendo representatives duke it out? I mean, come on guys, I can see it now. You want new exclusives? If you want new Nintendo Wii U exclusives, I've got one for you. How about Iwata Ball Z 2? My body is ready. But guys, listen, I called it first, alright? So don't try and steal my idea. No, anyway, but like I was saying, I really did enjoy this year's E3, and I honestly thought that Nintendo won. I mean, what do you guys think? Did you think any other company came out on top? Do you just completely disagree with what I think? Maybe Nintendo didn't even come in your top 3. Maybe you thought EA or another press conference beat it, but again, that's just my opinion, and I'd love to hear what you guys think about this. But anyway, managed to defeat DiCaprio there, 3 rounds to 2. I was using quite a lot of unsafe moves before, and to be honest, I think I'm only very lucky because it was the first day of Ultra Street Fighter being out, and to be honest, a lot of people, again, like I said, didn't really know what moves they could punish. Again, it's all mostly just a new learning experience for them. Well, for me, it's sort of like a new learning experience for the whole of Street Fighter 4 in general, because, as I was saying before, I didn't really play Street Fighter 4 all that much, but it doesn't matter. I'm starting to pick it up again, and I'm having quite a lot of fun with it. Anyway, in the final match here, you see that I'm up against Poison, another character that was taken from Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and he has her ginger hair alternate costume. Actually, I think she might have had, well, I think this player might have had a costume, but I didn't have the costume packs at the time, so yeah, sorry guys. No seeing Poison's pirate costume at the moment. But anyway, so Poison, well, what can I say about Poison? There's a few projectile moves. It's not too bad, to be honest, but as you can see there, I managed to knock her all around the place, and I managed to do that EX roll. So it actually has, I believe it has armor breaking properties, so if they try and use a focus attack, then it will break straight through their barrier, getting for the hit, or going for the hit I should say. But anyway, thanks a lot for watching guys, that's all the matches I have for today. If you enjoyed watching this, please leave a comment, like and subscribe, especially if you want to see some more footage of this, and until next time, I'll see you guys later, peace out.